Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi,
How
Rebecca.
are
Hi, everybody.
you?
We are fantastic.
Yes. Wow, it's nice to see you girls. I
Yes.
hope your week was good.
Oh, it was
Better.
amazing.
It does look like the week was busy. Busy
Yeah.
moms, busy working professionals, and of course busy with our families, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another live with Nash and Sharon on a Saturday evening. My name Rujeko, based here in Melbourne, Australia. I am a mom of two, work as a registered nurse, and I am a very passionate and growing digital business owner. I'm going to take the time to let the girls introduce themselves. So we'll go around the panel and we'll start with you, Sharon.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Sharon, based here in Melbourne, Australia, also. Originally from Zimbabwe. I'm a mother of two, and I work in the healthcare industry. And part time, I run my digital business on the side. Thank you.
Beautiful. Nash.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nashley and a mom of two beautiful girls, proud digital business owner, and work in the healthcare part time. So, yeah, I'm excited to be here. And originally from Zimbabwe. I mean, we know that probably. So, thank you so much.
That's okay. That's all good. That's all good. Well, today we have an interesting topic, and we just want to share. And suppose what we decided to do today is we want to name the challenges that holds us back in life. And we hope that when we share that we can inspire you and you can also learn from our experiences. So, I don't know, I'll kick start. I think one of the challenges that really holds me back is just overthinking. I tend to overthink, especially when it comes to a point where I need to make a decision. But I think I'm better when I compare myself to my brother. Oh my goodness me, forget it. In the family, when it comes to decision making, never give it to my brother because you will never get an answer. And I know sometimes it looks like, is it that there's no interest? Is it that he's not interested, in participating, in family, decisions and activities? But what I've come to learn over time, it's not that there is no interest. It's because there is a challenge. And the challenge is he is just an overthinker. Too much. Sometimes it takes years before we can actually get him to have a decisive decision, on certain issues. And if you are somebody out there who's watching, maybe you can actually resonate when it comes to making decision. And this is important decision that, actually mean a big change in your life. And for me, what I've learned over the past years is there's something that is called paralysis of analysis. You literally get paralyzed in the decision making process, such that for you to actually make a move or to take action, in my country, we call dololo, it will just not happen because there is paralysis of that
Yeah.
analysis. And I appreciate having, learned about the decision making process because it's made me to actually understand my family members better. When somebody is actually paralyzed in that decision process, you would actually feel like, are they interested? Do they really, do they care? Do they really love? Do they really want? But it's not that they don't want, it's because the challenge is they are overthinking. I
Mhm.
think Another problem that overthinking presents is we now tend to magnify fear. And we now tend to focus because we're overthinking, we're obviously analyzing, we're looking at the good thing, but we're also looking at the bad thing. But we now tend to focus too much on the bad thing. We now focus on the negativity. And whatever you're going to focus, it will definitely magnify. So the fear is magnified, the doubt is magnified, the negativity of making a positive action is actually magnified. And there again, you cannot move, you cannot take action, you are just stuck. So really overthinking, is it a good thing or it's a bad thing? Another problem that I see with the challenge of overthinking is it really wastes a lot of time. I told you, when it comes to somebody like my brother, you would actually feel like, you know what, he is not interested in participating in family decision. It's better some of us, we move on while we leave him behind. By the time he's ready to contribute, it's like 2 years later, and we've literally moved on. So really it's a challenge. Overthinking is more like a time waster. Um, what would I say, or how would I say, how can we overcome this problem of overthinking? I think one of the things that we need to do is actually set a time limit when you come to a point where you're making a decision. It could be making a decision. Do you want to be an action taker in the business or not? Give yourself a time limit, a realistic time limit to make a decisive decision, because that way, don't get into paralysis and take no action. And number two, you don't waste your time and you don't waste your energy as well. Just give yourself a realistic time limit for your decision process. Another thing I would also encourage, when you're overthinking, how to overcome overthinking. I was just sharing with Sharon, for example, celebrating the small wins. You're still in the decision process, but while you're in the decision process, there are small wins that come along that you see. Celebrate those, magnify those. That way, at least there is progress in your decision making process. But hey, this is me just yapping on and on. I think it's a challenge when it comes to overthinking. But of course, what helps is understanding how to overcome the challenge of overthinking. Maybe let's move to Sharon. Name a challenge that you feel perhaps in the past could have held you back.
Thanks, Rojeko. For me, I can say doubt, just doubting, sometimes you think twice or thrice, whatever. Can I really do this? Am I capable? Can I really pull this through? And this comes from a lot of places. You could have, suffered a lot of loss in the past. You could have, culture could have shaped us into these beliefs, and you just think, am I really capable of doing this? But what we tell ourselves, there's this what do you call it, like a quote by Henry Ford. I think he said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right, something of that sort. So whatever, and just to also say what you're saying, whatever you tell yourself, whatever you believe, what you tell yourself, it sort of like goes and gets ingrained into your heart, into your mind, and then it just becomes what you do. If you're telling yourself, I can't do this, it registers in your body, and you feel like you can't do it at all. So I really like this quote by Henry Ford. It really made me start thinking, okay, if I'm telling myself I can't do this, then probably I'm not going to be able to do it. So what if I just switch that to how I want it to be? I start telling myself I can do this. Sometimes even if you see that, oh, this is a bit of a challenge, this is a bit of a new thing, but you know what, I can learn. I'm still capable of learning. I can ask questions. I can try out things. Even if I fail, I can try. And then, yeah, that's where the learning, I guess, and the experience comes from. So
mm,
little things like that are what has helped me to sort of like overcome that challenge, because it's
mm,
so easy to tell yourself you can't, because our mind sometimes it's wired to protect us. And me staying in that comfort zone of what I already know, it it's a way of my brain trying to protect me. So
mm,
challenging it by doing something new, going over those hurdles of doubt, it can be a bit painful for the for the mind, but
mm,
once you just tell yourself over and over, I can do this. And not just tell yourself, then take
mm,
those little small steps to
mm,
just try something new. I guess I'll put this into perspective. For example, I didn't know I could come on camera like this. I just doubted who would
mm,
listen to me, who would even want to hear anything I had to say, you know? But I just, and with the help of, as we said, we're in digital business, we get to
mm,
sometimes, come on camera like this with the help of business partners, and just also me telling myself I have to get over that hurdle of doubt that I can't do it. It just pushed me to the point where I just started little by little. At one point, I came just saying one thing on camera, maybe a
mm.
minute or even less than that. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, did I do well? Did I not? But I didn't let that, deter me or anything of that sort.
Mm,
So, yeah, how I overcame that doubt, guys, is just pretty much taking little steps, like getting the help of the community to do it together as a group
mm,
to go over those hurdles
yeah.
of doubt, and just
Mm,
starting to plant in my head, in my mind, that I can do things even if I've never done them before. So
mm,
that's pretty much how I've handled that. Thanks, Rojeko.
that's really good. Wow.
Mm.
How about Nashley? Can you share with us a challenge you can name that's been holding you back?
Thank you so much, ladies. That was very insightful.
Mm,
For me, to be honest, I think the most part is all in my mind. I had to really, really battle with my mindset into, I guess, things that what I knew before to be true, and as opposed to what it actually was. It was the bit of the shift that I needed. That was my challenge that I faced.
mm,
Things that I told myself, which are mostly, the negative side of things. I'm like, well, here I am. I'm just a girl who's, me. What can I offer? What can I bring to the table? I mean, I don't know anything. I was one person to only ever say almost nothing in terms of like on the media. So it was always a reason that I felt like was enough to stop me from taking any action. Too
mm,
fearful of the idea of, okay, could I actually do this? The
mm,
self doubt, if anything, of, well, maybe it's possible for others, but maybe it's not just me. Maybe it's, it's some people who are special. I mean, by special, you mean you just think that they somewhat have an upper hand, that that got them going. So trying to go over that hurdle for me was the biggest.
mm,
Of course, and knowing now what I know is the things that we tell ourselves and we've carried on for a long time, and we really think that, I guess that's the version we've always told ourselves and sold ourselves, and sometimes that only makes it, I guess,
mm,
sell ourselves a lot more shorter than what we could actually achieve. Because I tell myself, look, I'm not good on camera, I can't speak to people, but I already talk to
mm,
people. I know I enjoy talking to people. No, I don't want any, thank you though. Okay, just put it here for mom. Just put it here for mom. So it's those little things for me that I had to work on and keep working on, because again,
mm,
it's not an overnight thing. So as you see me here, I improve every day. Thank you, darling. Just leave it there. Don't play with it. And that's where I'm heading. So knowing that I'm capable now, and things that I didn't think I could learn, I'm learning. So it's one step at a time. I don't have to do it all.
mm,
So that's
mm,
how I would say, has been the biggest challenge for myself. work
Mm,
in progress, and we keep moving. And because I
mm.
show up today, I show up every day. I applaud myself for it. So yeah, it's fantastic. Thanks, Ujeko.
That's okay. Oh, I love that little cutie pie.
Nice and
I
close to
love.
me. Yes.
Wow. Um, I must say, when you were talking, Nash, it reminded me of the meeting we were in, Sharon, when she was talking about mindset. And was it Tuesday or last week or this week? We were in the empowerment meeting, and one of the ladies was actually sharing about the importance of the environment that you're in. And that actually goes so much hand in hand with what Nash is saying, mindset.
Yeah.
She said when she was in Kenya, it was just impossible for her to achieve, the dreams that she had because the environment she was limiting her mindset. But she says being here, it's a different environment. And having gone through,
Yeah.
certain schooling, certain courses, she's tuned her mindset to believe in herself and actually in the progress of achieving her dreams because now she's
Mm.
moving in the right environment with the right people to achieve
That's right.
those dreams, isn't it?
Mm. Yes.
So honestly, it goes hand in hand with what she's saying. Mindset is so important. The environment where you are will tune you to either have a negative mindset or a positive
Mm. And a positive.
mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's food for thought, really. If you are somebody
Mm.
who is in the process of actually taking a decision,
Yeah.
please
Mm.
watch this live over and over again because guess what? We are real people. We are real people who have gone through what you are actually going through today. But
Yep.
something changed in us to
It did.
overcome and take the decision and find ourselves on the other side where we are today.
Mm. Mm.
I don't know. Any last words you have to share, Sharon, before we close?
Uh, Maybe I'll just say for anyone out there, don't automatically disqualify yourself. When different opportunities come your way, don't automatically say, "Oh, I can't do this. I'm not capable." Believe you are capable. Believe at least you can learn. I know that some things may be new, but have that trust, have that faith that you can actually learn something new. So don't disqualify yourself too early. That's all I can say. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Nash, any departing words?
I think you guys would have said it all. Apologies, I had to step out for a minute. When you're a mom who works from home, I guess this is a part of it. So, no, thank you, ladies. I think that was amazing.
Thank you so much. From me and the girls behind the scenes, we're going to say good night. Enjoy
Bye
your
bye.
weekend and see you next Saturday. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.